Everybody, we're back with week 5 of chart analysis. We're just getting better with the week, so let's keep going. Today it's just an overview of what we've done this past week, and yes, indeed, just wait, I'm gonna draw this over here so I can have a log of what I traded last week, just in case we want to reference it. But yes, so the first thing I want to showcase is some work I did one of these nights about the monthly chart. So, as you know, the monthly chart is the general trend of the stock, right? If we have a green monthly BX, the stock is going up. Look at this. If you caught ExxonMobil right here, look at that. Insane. But just for examples, right, if we have a green monthly BX, the stock is going up. So what I did is I just made I just put on a screener, green monthly BX on, with over 6 million volume. So it just gives you the stocks that are actually being traded. Obviously you don't see like Nvidia on this, and you're like, why? Well, it's actually in a downtrend. I mean, price is not this is like the best case scenario in a red, but like I wouldn't be a buyer of Nvidia right now, you know what I mean? But that's just an example because this is red. So I went through the screener with over like 500 stocks and then just click through. So I found green BXs and I found a couple. Look at this. I found a couple that are interesting for entries, and I marked them. Altria. Look, so this is basically how I marked it. Is just if this is starting a new BX, you would like to enter here on this light red. That is like your best entry. We would have gotten in an Altria on this this month right here. The high was $64, so I guess it's not really. You didn't get that great of an entry if you entered right now, but like you could have gotten it around 54. What is happening? Oh, it's because I still have this. Dang it, dude. Oh my gosh. I'll just do this. Okay. But like if you entered somehow off the lows here, you'd still be up 24% just based on this. So I went through here. Early bull trends, like for example, if you entered here, you would have stopped out right away. But like if you entered here on Altria, you would have ran a bull trend and then sold out 37%. But like what if you take profits, up here, 61%? Like what if you took profits up there, 70% move on common shares, or right here? A little bit of I don't know, it's not necessarily the best, but anyways, we're just ranting at this point. But I just went through, marked fresh bull cycles. So Altria, I probably wouldn't enter this stock just because we're pretty high above the 9 EMA on the monthly. And yeah, like Corning, like look at this, it's just insane. But like what if you caught it right here or right here? Like these 2 months you're good, and then it just flies. I mean, if you caught Corning, if you're doing this like months ago and sold right here, 254% on shares. And if you have this stock, like you can trade options with it too, because you're like, okay, this is bullish as hell. So I'll go through the setups I like based on this criteria, and then we'll jump into the stuff we'll trade this week or look at charts, and yeah. Oh, and if you watched the video last week, the Oxy trade, I'll get into it later actually. So Comcast. So as we can see, this is the monthly chart. Stock, look how long it's been around. That's crazy. Anyways, we have a point of control here with 6 billion shares traded on the monthly time frame. So this is a fat support level right here. I mean, we haven't really ducked much below this. I mean, this was December 2025. But yeah, so this is actually at a good price level on Comcast. We just started the bull trend, even though this did happen 1 month ago, or right here, where it was up 2 months, and then you stopped out pretty quickly. And how would you define a stop loss on this strategy? I would say like on your entry month low. So like say you entered here on this month, your stop loss would be 35.73 on this month. So you would have stopped out on this month, and then you would have saved up quite a bit of profits versus holding. So yeah, I think that's a good strategy. So say I entered to this month on Comcast, I'd probably move my stop loss to this month because this candle's closed. I would say a closed candle. So like this month low, if you drop below 29.40, you're out. So basically you're risking like 2%. So I would actually go long on Comcast and just set a really tight stop loss, because it's either we bounce from the support level or we duck again. But it looks like we might have support here because we have buying pressure. So Comcast, I like this as a setup. For shares, month-long position. As you can see, this has worked multiple times. When this happened here, let's see, 50% move on shares. Does it take like years? Yeah, but you can have your money working for you while you're not, double top there, etc., etc. So Comcast. Okay, next. I like Dell a lot. It is a little extended, so I would set my stop loss at this month low at 137, so that would be 10%. That's solid as heck. So you go low, 137.50. Almost have a dot. You're risking. What is going on, bro? Like 9% on Dell. Strong trend play. Look at this. This is a good entry month. I will be honest with you. I like Dell. Look at that. So Dell and Comcast, I like Dell the most. And just set your stop loss at the entry month low. Above all the key moving averages, we're trending up, right? And where's AI going? And I actually think there was just news about Dell being endorsed by NVIDIA. So that looks good. Look at that gap up, bro. Yeah, I actually like Dell a lot. I'm also gonna set my stop loss on Comcast below this month low, so the low would be 29.40. So remember, these are just shares plays that I'm going through based on the work I did earlier this week of scanning charts. So if we dropped this level, we would be below the point of control and also below the moving averages. As you can see, we're rejecting off the moving averages, so what we would need is a change of character. I don't know. I think if you're going to enter one of these stocks, I would definitely do Dell. This is way better uptrend than Comcast. I mean, Comcast is actually bearish, so I wouldn't really. I mean, it looks fine, but I would do Dell for sure. I actually like this. I might do some shares on this. Next, we have Marvel. Look at this. It's just starting. So once again, stop loss would be at 75.24. And remember, like, it's better to have tighter stop loss, because if the stock's gonna go in your direction, it's gonna go up. And it sounds like wow, really? Like, but it's gonna go up. Like, if just look at all the examples. Let's just have fun on the charts today. All right, so we entered on this month. entry low. I mean, you're like, what if you stopped out on FCX right here? And then it bounces right back, and then you totally miss it. It's up to you. Do you want to do monthly close below or weekly close below? Stock likes to wick. The point is if you set, like right here, UPS straight up. US Bank. The point is your stop loss is not likely to trigger, and if it does, it does. You know, like if you entered right here below the low, it doesn't get triggered, and you're still in this trade if you entered that. EOG, right? You entered last month somewhere on this candle. Stop loss goes to 107. I mean, this thing is like, look at that consolidation. I think it breaks out now. And the thing about just scanning stocks is you notice trends. Like obviously mining has gone crazy. Banking did. This one's pretty volatile, but you see energy, right? So you do get a better sense of the market. Vale mining, big sell-off, damn. Energy transfer. This I really like. Go entry month low. You could even do the entry month low here on 1771 just because then it would be below the moving averages. Tight stop loss. Brand new bull cycle. Pretty close to the moving averages. Energy theme. Fortnite. Kidding. Fortinet. Like, bro, you could enter right here on this month. If you get above these moving averages, you enter above $85. You have stop loss low 77.19. Once again, this is bullish, right? This is bullish, a bullish stock. Yeah, it's a pretty big sell-off, but still, bull flag. Like it, you know, it's flagging. It's not. Could just die, I guess, but. And sometimes you'll just get this. You'll enter on this month, and then it'll just fall again. Or you'll get a bull run like this. Fast. Remember, these are bullish stocks. This is what looks way better in Comcast. Kroger. You probably wanted to get it in that month, last month. Energy, once again. Rocket Lab. Well, I'm in that shares already. PPL, new bull trend. Utilities. I mean, these stock charts aren't like super exciting, but still, utilities hold up well. Like, see, this is interesting. So if we sell off and break below this, but this is a fat support level, so I entered Kratos this week. Yeah, my stop loss is at 79.73. Iron. Look at this hammer. It's such a beautiful candle. It's already at the high right now. Mosaic Company. This looks pretty good. Once again, you want like a couple months of like accumulation. And you would prefer to buy near the moving averages. I don't know why I have this marked. This is bearish as fuck. You want to buy stocks that are trending right up. So, before we spend too much time on this, I actually do like SM too. Just because energy theme, once again, and strong buying pressure this month. And we broke above the moving average. You're going to find resistance at these other moving averages, but you know, like pretty good risk to reward. And you're in shares, so it's not like you're... Look at this one if you got this. This stock was $1 in May 2025. Less than $2. By the way. That's insane. That's insane. Like this made how many million, like billionaire, like literally. That is insane. I mean, Navitas, it's still showing strength. I like that. That's awesome. And Redwire is actually something that I might just put for fun in my Coinbase account. I don't know. So I started a Coinbase portfolio just because I was holding a lot of XRP for a long time. I'm sure I've mentioned this in a video too, but it was just too much of a drain on my mental. So I sold my XRP for a fat loss and got it out of my portfolio, and I feel way better. It's like getting rid of stuff you literally just don't need. So I started a Coinbase portfolio to keep my crypto completely separate from my actual equities and options. But I might put some fun stocks in there too, just because, I don't know, it's fun to build stuff. And I like Redwire, and it's just like an aerospace defense name, and it's just like, I don't know, you can collect some fun little names. And if they dump, you know, it's like, oh, it's a crypto account. And then Wendy's, look at this. This is exactly what Novo Nordisk did. Exactly what Novo Nordisk did. And then it dumped again. It did bounce, but so, okay. This has probably already been a couple minutes. It's already been 18 minutes. Are you serious? Wow. Okay. That's insane. I guess it's still useful information. What I would say is if you're going to do a monthly chart buy and just buy shares, buy Dell. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is probably what I'll do is Dell stop loss at 137. If I bought it right now, I'd be risking about 9%. Dell has a lot of catalysts and news, plus it's an uptrending stock. That's what you want to buy. Fresh bull cycle. I like it. I like Dell. Let's pick the best. I like Energy Transfer. I like Fortinet. This one's a little higher risk. It's not confirmed. Energy Transfer is probably a more volatile stock. So yeah, Dell. And obviously, you know, it's not even, you never really know. This one looks pretty good. PPL, if you want just more basic, you know, more calm stock. And then SM, I like SM a lot. I think it's showing a lot of strength. You know, you have the energy theme, And you also have the fact that this stock has been over, $90 before. It still looks a little bearish or a little range bound, but it looks like that might be a higher low. I don't know. It's pretty easy. What's the market structure? So yeah, if anything, I would do Dell, just based on the way the chart looks, in my opinion. Mosaic, it looks good too. If you're above support, that's nice. They all look good. I mean, I starred them for a reason. I like PPL too. I like PPL. Just a gap. No. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So these 4 stocks. Number 1 is Dell. I like Energy Transfer, Fortinet, and I like all of them. I'm gonna move on because I'll just keep repeating a circle, so let's look at stuff to look at this week. So now I use this BX trender for every time frame. So if I'm trading, for example, I'll show you what we did this week on AMD. So AMD sold off on Friday. And by the way, I'm just telling you, like, if you're like a 2% day on this stock, makes you can make over 300% on an option on a 2% stock move, which is insane. But anyways, what did we look for? So I'd like to trade the BX, which is not perfect, but it's really good for establishing a trend. And here's the thing, I probably would have gotten scared out. I'm not gonna lie, right here. Then you have to use the moving averages. I mean, this was below the moving averages all day, right? It's below the market bias. But for a good entry, you want to be right here. You want to be below the moving averages, and you want to have a red BX trender. And you see, like right here, it shows buying pressure, but it's not. The price isn't actually crossing. I mean, it just stalled. So you can't just use the BX trender and have it be the whole glory, because that's not how price moves. Price doesn't just continually sell off forever. So yeah, but clearly we had a lot of buying pressure, but the price didn't react. But yes, it's just, you just got to be calm holding. So that's the biggest thing I need to work on, is one, trading more contracts so I can actually trim positions. So like, I traded one contract on this, and yes, I made money, but I didn't leave runners. Runners ran over 300%. I'm not even going to say how much I made, but it's not close to that. But if I leave runners and don't have it all or nothing, or I'm not like, oh my gosh, I need to sell this. Listen, it's just the way you got to operate. The BX trender is really solid. It's a solid piece. It's a solid indicator, but it's not the only thing. But yeah, it's just proportional to the time frame. So if I'm going to trade it intraday, use a 5-minute BX trender. It's a really, really good tool. But now, oh yeah, I also made this liquid options. So it's basically, if I want to go in and scan stocks that I know will have, liquid options, I'll just be like, okay, Nvidia looks bearish, Tesla bearish, Microsoft bearish, it all looks bearish. Damn, why did Meta gap down? MicroStrategy is the only one of these with buying pressure. Oh, Micron. See, and here's the thing. If you can enter a stock here, that's kind of the main goal of having this, is just scanning the BX trender. Like, I'm looking for, ooh, it looks like Amazon might sell off more. because I'd be buying Amazon, so I'm trying to have that be cheaper. I'm trying to just find stocks that have, look at Mara, a light red BX trender. Nothing looks bullish. Iron looks good. Basically, the philosophy is you buy on a light red BX trender and it looks decent for continuation. Like Ondas. Gotta clean this chart up a lot. Look at these moving averages. So yeah. Now, let's just look at charts from some resources. Let's keep it simple. I'm holding this for a put. We'll see what happens. Palantir is still wedging. It's gonna need buying pressure. It's holding the moving averages though nicely. It's just right below that 50, but still, it's above this buy zone. MicroStrategy, especially if Bitcoin continues to moon. It's not mooning, but like, let's see if this chart moves. It should be active. Yeah, Bitcoin, as you can see, is accumulating buying pressure, so MicroStrategy is actually a good idea to keep an eye on, and so is Mara. Look at that. It's just like we want the buying pressure to be on the and look at this. As you can see, we're accumulating buying pressure right here, and it's just flagging. So, you know, this thing looks like a barcode. Dude, and this stock loves to wick, but it's finding support. It's good to watch. You can get some good volume. It's a good stock to trade. So that's it. It's not really that much. We're still in all these stocks. Damn, I didn't realize. Probably have to stop out at AEHR soon. Below the moving average. Dude, this thing literally, it moves like this every day. It's like this in the morning, and then it's just fucking falls. Look at all these wicks. Yup, nope. Yup, nope. Yup, nope. Nope, nope. So, Kratos is doing the same thing as like Rocket Lab is doing, as Ondas is doing. Look at this. They're kind of similar industries. Look, they are the same industry. Aerospace and defense, aerospace and defense. You know, this is aerospace, they do drones, so they're all consolidating for a little bit. Nebus, look at that gap up. I did not realize it gapped up that much, but I have a decent sized position in Nebus. Yeah, that's solid. I actually didn't realize it gapped that much. Then I've had Navitas for so long. I still remember when it hit 17, I'm like, damn, like, should I sell this? And like, no, I didn't. And Viavi, still bullish. I mean, it looks fine. I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing I'm working on this week is holding my trades when I'm in them. That is the number one thing, is holding my trades and managing them. Holding my trades, managing them, and trusting the chart, and just being able to, okay, just calm down. Especially because I'll just go back to this AMD trade, because this is the most recent trade I took. Especially, you should be full size in your position if, like, this is how strong the chart is. Like, you're like, damn, okay, I'll take some profits here. And then you let it, it's not all or nothing. It's not all or nothing. Like, and if you lose a trade, it's fine. Just cut your losers. How do you know to cut a loser? Well, typically you cut a loser if it never really went your direction to begin with, and like the chart won't lie to you. If it's above the moving average, especially the 9 EMA, like if it's above the 21, like, you're cooked. But say you're buying a put and it's below the moving average, hold it. Right? Try to take profits here. Try not to take them here, because that's probably what I would do. If I'm being completely honest, I'd probably see this, see this candle, I'm like, okay, I'm getting out, and then I sell them right here, and then it jump back down again, jump back down, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna exit here. Dude, that's probably a pullback, right? Because remember, you're under the moving averages. It's going to find resistance at the moving averages. It's not just going to jump up above. So that's why you stay no smaller in the 5-minute time frame, because if you're on the 1 minute, I'll show you another trade I took this week, which is hilarious. Dude, I wonder. Wait. Yeah, I think this was the day. All I know is I was trading the 1 minute chart. I'm like damn sure it was on Thursday. Hey, Thursday. Yeah, it's this. Dude, I entered right here. Because I'm like, damn, we got a lot of strength. Nope. So I was down 30% immediately, and then up 30%, and then I sold break even. Like, bro, what are you doing? But like, even on the 1 minute, look at the BX. You just gotta trust this. Like, okay. And like, if you're in like a fast dated contract, this movement right here, you're literally up like 50% at least, which is insane to say. Isn't that crazy how that was just, I was like, damn, are you serious? It's like one of those memes where you take the picture and the stock just goes literally to the floor. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, the 1 minute chart is too volatile to realistically trade. Like, seriously. Yeah, I still think Palantir has strength on the daily. As you can see, it's flagging. This is good. I mean, the flag, like, it's gonna bring down the BX a bit, because the BX is green when it's actively expanding, right? Actively expanding. And then it slows down when it's, or actively selling off, right? Actively selling off, it's dark red. It's quite accurate. Quite accurate. So it's a good, I mean, these are like, okay, boom. You just gotta trust it. You gotta trust yourself and just understand that like no trade is gonna save your life. It's not gonna make you rich. It's also not gonna ruin your life. You know, like just manage your risk, journal after, and understand that it's a probability environment. Do what you can and focus on rewiring your reward system in your mind. That is like the biggest thing, is rewiring. And this is what I'm struggling with, and this is what I need to improve, is holding the stocks, holding the positions that are going my way. Not itching to sell just because I see green. It's being mindful, and once again, having positions that you can trim so you do lock in greens. But it's, okay, I'm okay with holding this position for longer because it's already paying me. I want this position. Versus if you have a losing position and then you hold it. Oh, it'll come back. Like, no. The chart will tell you if it's going to come back, and so will the option premium. If the option premium is down 30% already, it's best that you just exit. It's better that you just exit, because you can just buy the same position again if it shows you that it came back. That's like a good way to think about it. Like, you could just buy it again, but would you rather lose, 50% just based on hopium? Hopium's not going to get you anywhere, and killing your winners early is not going to get you anywhere either. It's just continue to try. And it's all about your psychology, truly. Because the chart is objective. Your emotions are not. And your emotions are what you need to improve on, and that's me telling myself this. So, yeah, either way, we got a lot of good monthly shares positions to look at, and as well as some options trades for this week. So I'm excited for this week. My biggest goal is to let a winner win for me, meaning when I'm in a good position, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to scale out accordingly. And yes, that is it. That's how you turn profitable and, build your accounts up, build wealth through options, because it's the best way to leverage your cash, especially if you don't have that much money to work with in shares, because shares are not going to make you that much unless you have a lot of money in them, at least a couple $1,000s per position. I'm not risking that much right now, so an option makes a lot more sense because I can leverage basically thousands of dollars of cash with, hundreds. So, yes, nothing's perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but if you learn and continue and try and never quit, I think you'll get somewhere. So let's keep going. Let's go.